Alright, hello and welcome everybody to round 3 of the CSL, the first Overwatch tournament of the year, or of the semester for them. And currently, while we had that League of Legends match happening earlier, unfortunately, or I guess for those who didn't tune in, the League of Legends team did go down 2-1, but in a well-fought fashion. While that was going on, the Overwatch squad have been able to get 2 wins under their belt in this single elimination tournament, and we're continuing the streak now here, hopefully, versus the University of Texas. And of course, like that has been beaten to death in our Sunday matches. You know the Saints love their King's Row, and sure enough, that's going to be the map we're going to get for game number 1. The University of Texas actually getting the combo onto Jub, so a big DPS threat gone right now for St. Clair. And that is an extremely long way to go, but that's actually a good pick right there for Walla, taking down the Mercy. Fluffy Kitten going down. Bit of a split push here right now on the side of the University of Texas. They haven't been able to really get much ground here after taking out Jub, so Saints doing okay, but this is the Coalescence coming out from the side of Texas, and they're going to get themselves onto the point. Justy going to answer with his own Coalescence, and he does manage to take down one, and the Walla Deadeye taking down 2 while finding another. And looks like St. Clair going to be able to clean up without letting a single tick get onto that first point. So it started off as a pretty rough overall engagement for St. Clair. Somehow turned into their favor quite nicely. University of Texas going to regroup and try to take care of that choke once again. Jub in position to try and flank again, but Texas was pretty well on top of things during that first push anyway. Able to find him rather quickly. A little bit of a split push, and sure enough, Walla gonna stun down the Doomfist. Jub in the line. That's going to be an Earth Shatter that takes down quite a few members of St. Clair, and that's gonna be demolished going down. That's an extremely low Reinhardt though. Jub going to find it. Fluffy Kitten does manage to resurrect Strong Tank, and that's going to be the Doomfist back. But Walla does take down Zanroth. We're trading kills back and forth. Can they shut down this Doomfist? That's actually a nice shot there from Couch, taking down Redo, and the Deadeye taking down Fluffy Kitten. So again, very heavy skirmishy, very scrappy fights here to start off this round 3 matchup. But St. Clair so far going to be able to hang on to this point. Again, no ticks whatsoever on this first point with 1:30 left to go. Jub in a pretty decent position. He's almost going to get caught out though. He's going to be forced to Wraithwalk right away. He does have Death Blossom available. Does he try to pull it out? Looks like not yet, because Walla is actually the one finding the shots in the back line alongside Justy's Coalescence, keeping the team alive and taking down Strong. And St. Clair going to be able to clean up this push. Just a matter of finding that Moira. Bob is out of here. So far, so good for St. Clair College. A minute left on the clock. We have at least one ultimate available. All right, here we go. That looks like a decent ultimate there from Couch. He's going to lift up at least 2 or 3 of them. With the Death Blossom on top of that, the ultimate's going to take down the push instantly. And what do we have left here for the side of University of Texas? They have basically one more push to try and get this point. And that stagger from Walla is actually going to be huge. They are going to have to try and contest this with like a 5v6. That's going to be the Deadeye coming out. Walla going to just try and get out of here. It's a bit of an overextension, but it does help when the rest of your team is slaughtering them in the process. This is looking like a full hold here for St. Clair College. Everyone is down. Full hold on King's Row. This is why St. Clair always goes to this map whenever they get the opportunity. They are extremely good at holding that point and holding this entire map for the most part. I know certain teams have definitely given them trouble still, don't get me wrong, but overall, like 9 times out of 10, they do a very good job of hanging on to that point. Just a brief moment here as we await the second half of this first game. Okay, there we go.
A moment to enjoy some peace and quiet. Probably just a moment.
And it looks like we're going to see a bit of a different setup compared to what University of Texas was trying to run into that attacking zone if this the pharmacy does stick around. And then if Jub Jub's on a Bastion, that's just even more devastating. I think we've seen him run this a few times, I think last Sunday during the TESPA match, so it's definitely something that St. Clair has some practice on. And let's see how they do. They only have to get 1 point technically on this attack. So they lead the charge for the choke point. Okay, they actually had a Symmetra in there, and they're able to teleport Jub Jub all the way to the high ground, and he's already taken down the Sigma player, Zenroth. Just continuing to open fire right on that spot, using the trees as cover, and he does have Jussie right there with him, and then Walla just, again, being so devastating between teleportation and his turrets. So many members of the University of Texas squad are down. They're doing their damnedest to try and hold this, though. There's about 4 of them still trying to get scrappy with it and do what they can. Walla actually with the high ground. Jub Jub in tank form actually going to try and get there, but the Mei Redo going to be able to take him down. The flank for Walla, he's just in prime position to try and deal with this. But I believe that was a Tracer that came from out of nowhere. It almost took him down Walla. These guys, St. Clair had a pretty good push here, but overall it is looking like University of Texas are going to slowly but surely be able to claw their way back into this one, which is quite surprising. That's actually a surprise Bastion, but okay, here we go. Jub Jub taking down the Bastion nice and quick, but can he get out without getting taken down? Definitely going to try and get scrappy with it, and he's going to get into his flanking position, but the University of Texas do know of his presence. We have Jussie now onto the Ana, which is going to be a little scary with a diving hamster, but if you eliminate him real quick, it doesn't matter. And sure enough, St. Clair are going to get 2 kills right away with the Mei and Hammond going down. And Jub Jub is right in the faces of everybody, and Jussie even getting on the kill board with that biotic nade. And there we go. St. Clair, second time around, able to get that first tick on the first point, which will give him the win here for game number 1. Yeah, very nice conversion there. That was one of the first, maybe the second push on when St. Clair was on defense with Jussie's Coalescence alongside Walla's Deadeye. Solid play of the game and a solid round here for St. Clair, looking strong to start things off. We are just awaiting the map selection here for game number 2, and we will get back at it very shortly. Stay tuned.